Kiharu MP Nyoro has officially left UDA and taken over the People's Party of Kenya. On the surface, this appears to be a clear break from President William Ruto. But a bigger question is now emerging in Kenyan politics. Is Ndindi Nyoro genuinely moving into the opposition, or could his new political journey be part of a wider strategy linked to Ruto? To understand why this matters, we have to go back. Ndindi was one of the most prominent young politicians in the Kenya Kwanza camp.
William Ruto niakomenya uhuru wa Kenyatta niwe president wa Kenya. Ati niabagite kumwika ngero. President witu tukwenda tukwire ndugacine bururi wa Kenya ndio wakite David Kigura turehera.
He played an important role in helping Ruto secure support in Mount Kenya in 2022, later becoming chairman of the powerful Budget and Appropriations Committee. At one point, his name was even mentioned as a possible future running mate for Ruto. Then came the fallout between Ruto and his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua. His position came at a price, and he eventually lost his powerful committee chairmanship.
Nyoro ni kiongozi, ni kati ya hawa vijana ambao na walea, na ni kazi yangu kulea hawa viongozi. Saa zingine kidogo wanaregea hapa, mimi nawafundisha namna hii hawa kina Kimani Ichung'wah, kina hawa vijana wengine wadogo hapa.
For months afterwards, Nyoro appeared to remain somewhere between the government and the opposition. He criticized certain aspects of the administration, but stopped short of making a complete break with Ruto. Now, however, Nyoro has made his biggest move yet. He says he spent nearly a year consulting major opposition figures before taking over the People's Party of Kenya. Among those he has reportedly consulted are Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i, Martha Karua, James Orengo, Edwin Sifuna, and other opposition figures. Nyoro has also signaled that he wants to build the party beyond Kenya. He has opened his platform to other opposition politicians and is planning political activities in different parts of the country, including areas considered strongholds of President Ruto. But shortly after his announcement, a series of allegations began circulating publicly. Nyoro was challenged to confirm or deny several claims concerning his political activities. The statement alleged that Nyoro had held 5 telephone conversations and 2 physical meetings with President Ruto over a period of 4 months. It also alleged that his team had initially presented a budget of 72 million for the launch of a presidential campaign, before the figure was allegedly increased to 86 million. The statement further alleged that Nyoro had been involved in private meetings with politicians considering leaving UDA, particularly MPs from the Kenya region. It also alleged that he had been instructed not to use the political slogan "Wantum" during his public engagements. These are serious claims, but they remain allegations. They should not be treated as established facts unless they are independently verified or directly confirmed by the people involved. If the allegations were ever proven to be true, they could completely change the way Nyoro's move is interpreted. Instead of being a straightforward break from Ruto, critics could argue that PPK was designed to attract dissatisfied UDA politicians, divide Mount Kenya's political base, and prevent Gachagua from consolidating the region ahead of the 2027 election. But there is another possibility. Nyoro may simply have decided that remaining inside UDA was no longer politically useful to him. By creating his own political platform, he can negotiate independently with Gachagua, Kalonzo, Karua, Matiang'i, and other opposition leaders rather than becoming part of another politician's party structure. And that distinction is extremely important. If Nyoro is genuinely building an opposition movement, PPK could become another major player in the 2027 negotiations. But if the party struggles to attract significant politicians and voters, his move could end up being little more than a personal political gamble. For Gachagua, the situation is equally complicated. Nyoro leaving Ruto should, in theory, weaken the president's grip on Mount Kenya. But Nyoro has not joined DCP. Instead, he has created another political center that could help Gachagua if the two eventually work together. But it could also hurt him if Nyoro begins competing for the same voters and political leaders. And this is exactly where Ruto could potentially benefit. If Gachagua, Nyoro, and other opposition figures all build separate political vehicles and fail to agree on a common strategy, the Mount Kenya vote could become fragmented. Ruto would not necessarily need to win the region outright. He would simply need to prevent one opponent from controlling it overwhelmingly. So the real story may not be whether Nyoro has left UDA. The bigger question is what he intends to do with the political space he has created. Is he genuinely trying to build a new opposition force? Is he positioning himself for a future presidential bid? Is he preparing to negotiate with Gachagua and other opposition leaders?